Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's April 13th, 2024, and it is a beautiful day outside. It's going to reach 20 degrees Celsius here in Moncton. We might get a little bit of rain later, but right now the skies are nice and blue. So what better thing to do than to go back inside? Actually, we are going to go to the Moncton Stamp Fair today, and why should you collect stamps? That's kind of my question today. And let's see if I can get a few people to answer it throughout the day. We'll come up with what you do when you go to a stamp fair, what options there are. Is stamp collecting an expensive hobby, or is it something affordable that anybody can do? Yeah, these are just some of the questions that are rattling through my brain that I'll see if we can get answered today. So if you're up for the challenge, let's go to the bank first and get some money out, and then we'll meet back up at the stamp show. We're back at the stamp show. It is at the Royal Canadian Legion, branch number 6. We're going to go inside. We're going to see what's all set up and ready to go, and enjoy the show.
Hi, my name is Steve Ripley. I've been collecting stamps, Canadian stamps, since 1972.
And what got you involved in collecting stamps?
That one I have no idea. I cannot remember.
Family member didn't collect? You
No,
didn't have a
they
parent
didn't.
or anything?
I remember having a couple of stamps in an old bookcase that we had, and from there I guess I started going to the post office and buying stamps and collecting.
Do you find it's an expensive hobby? Or did you make it an expensive hobby?
That's the question right there, or that's the answer. I've made it into an expensive collection. My Canadian collection is almost complete except for the expensive stamps.
Do you branch out into other things, or are you mostly Canadian?
Canadian, Newfoundland, or provinces, Newfoundland, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PI, British Columbia, of course. They're getting expensive.
Yep. And how often do you think you're taking part in your hobby? Is it a daily thing you're looking at the stamps, or are you...
Every couple of days.
Every couple of days.
Every couple of days. There's guys here that look at them every day, but I have a couple of days for myself.
Do you find it something relaxing? Or is it stressful being a collector of stamps?
No, it's relaxing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
I'm Tyler Bonus, and I started collecting stamps in 1972, so it's been 50 plus years now.
What got you involved in collecting stamps?
Not really sure. I know one of my jobs when I was a kid was burning the garbage, and
Burning the garbage?
burning the garbage,
Okay.
yeah. And I remember it was probably Christmas time, throwing some envelopes into the fire, and I thought, oh geez, those look interesting. So then I started collecting then.
Start collecting with Canadian stamps?
Yeah, it was just Canadian stamps. My mother collected stamps for a little bit when she was a kid, like back in the 30s. So she had a few old China stamps and things like that too in a drawer at home. So those kind of piqued my interest in world stamps.
Did they become part of your collection eventually?
Yeah.
Yeah, you inherited that?
Oh yeah.
Is it an expensive hobby or an inexpensive hobby?
It can be as expensive as you want it to be, I guess. So just set your budget and stick with that. But generally, I like coming to the stamp fair here in Moncton because you can pick through old albums and get some good deals with that. Sometimes I will treat myself to a more expensive stamp, though. Usually on eBay is where I...
How often do you tend to look at your collection?
How often do I look at it? Oh, I usually work on it every week. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're buying stamps online, or you're looking on for deals online as well as coming to shows?
Yeah, eBay, and that's good spot to find some things too. Yeah.
With other people too, so you can get stamps for free?
Yes, in fact, I have other post-crossing members that I trade stamps with, so that's an ongoing thing. Someone in Australia, someone in the Netherlands, and Russia when we could.
Perfect. All right. Thanks so much, Kyler.
Yeah, thanks.
Eric Black here. I started collecting when I was in grade 2, which was 1951.
And why did you start collecting stamps?
There was a TV program on, 15 minutes CBC, Uncle Bill's Stamp Club. So I joined that and sent my 10 cents in and got my envelope of stamps and went on from there.
So how did you get them after that? Was it just on envelopes in the family?
Yeah, I used to at school. I used to go to the post office with just up a couple blocks, and the old girl had the post office there in the house, and I got talking about stamps, and she said, "If you want to come back tomorrow, I'll get you some." I've got some, so I went back, and she had a whole bunch of Canadian ones from dead letters. She had taken them off just on the paper, and that's pretty well got me going again more. It was pretty well Canadian back in the 1930s. Stamps were the 30s, 40s, 50s, right on. And then I just got interested in getting different stamp companies' approvals, and went on from there.
How big is your collection grown to now?
Well, different stamps.
All around the world?
Oh yeah, worldwide, used. I was collecting mint for a while, but it's harder to collect.
Yeah.
I don't know, used stamps, I've got over 1 million different.
Wow. So
But
how many albums would that be in? Would that be a room of albums?
I've got them in ring binders.
Ring binders, okay.
Yeah, about 200 ring binders.
It's amazing.
Thereabouts. But I've been cataloging them since 1991.
Okay.
It's a never-ending job.
Yep. So do you find it an expensive hobby or an inexpensive hobby?
No, just a few stamps, a few dollars, but just the average stamps, whatever. Really interested in the old ones, so because they all had to be engraved and the colors, and the whole thing.
Yep, no, a lot of work.
Yeah, but I'm up every morning. Since I retired, I usually work at least 5 or 6 hours every day.
Wow.
On my stamps.
It's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's Diane Earl, and I started collecting when I was 12 years old, so that was a long time ago.
And what got you involved in stamp?
Well, I had seen an ad in a magazine,
Okay.
and so I went and bought my first album at Woolworths, and then got a few stamps. You could buy a bag for $1 back then.
Okay.
I did give it up for a while when I joined the military. Started again in, I would say, 1997.
Okay.
And
And
I've
what do
been
you
at-
mainly collect?
I collect worldwide.
Okay.
So little bit crazy. And
Well, I saw your
I have-
method of organizing it with all the numbers, Scott numbers, correct?
Scott's numbers.
Yeah,
that'd be
Scott
right.
catalogs here in
Scott
Canada.
catalogs numbers, yeah.
Yep.
So I collect by, I work on certain countries at a time. I'm up to 150 albums. I print my own pages.
Okay, and you travel down from Fredericton? for the
Yes,
show
I travel
today?
down from Fredericton today. I come quite often.
And you're involved in the Fredericton Club?
I'm the president of the Fredericton.
Inexpensive hobby?
Not really. You can do it inexpensively, depending on what you do. But now I'm sort of looking for the ones I'm missing are a little more on the pricey side.
And so do you have any advice as the president of the club for new people that want to get involved in the hobby?
Just that it can be a fun hobby. It's not like it used to be, where they were very serious about it. Now you can collect themes. You don't have to collect countries. You can
Right.
collect themes like insects, flowers, things like we have. I know a lady that collects anything to do with blood.
Blood?
Blood, yeah, like transfusions, blood donations.
Okay. I'm sure pandemic stamps
Pandemic
also.
stamps,
Yeah.
she collects those as well. You can do Red Cross.
Right.
So there's a wide range. You can make it fun. And you can get a lot of stamps inexpensively when you do it that way.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Diane.
You're welcome.
Did we answer my questions today, your questions today in the video? Is stamp collecting for everybody? Absolutely, it's for everybody. Is it a cheap hobby? It can be. It can be an expensive hobby if you want it to be. It's easy to start. Things like this stamp show are a great way to get a bunch of items at a relatively discounted price. We had 10-cent books there, so every stamp in the books were 10 cents. There were collections of stamps you could buy. There was the auction table, which I got a few things from the auction table today, and most of them only cost me $5 each. And when I show you what I got, I think you're gonna think that I got a very good deal on that stuff too. And then you're gonna meet other people who are interested in the same stuff that you are. It's a great way to build a community and be a part of something and enjoy a hobby that's been around for a very long time. If you haven't seen some of my other videos on stamps, you probably should go back and look at them, especially Stamp of the Month. This month, I talked about the Blue Nose, the 1929 Canadian stamp, and we talked about the Blue Nose history, and we're part of Liverpool Stamps giveaway. So they partnered up with us. So if you want to be a part of that, go watch the video. I'll link it here at the end. And before the 15th of April. So you've only got a couple days left. That's when the giveaway will take place. If you miss out on this one, don't worry. We're going to do one every month. And they are pretty good at what they're giving away. So you want to get involved in it. You want to make sure you're subscribed to this channel and to Liverpool Stamps. And you want to make sure you, in this particular video, you want to write Liverpool Stamps in the comments so you can be part of the draw if you get in before the 15th. Well, that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, leave positive comments, share with other people, and get out, be a part of a community. Have a magical week.
What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?